The article that I read on spacenews.com was about how Thales Alenia Space will provide KT-SAT with various communications satellites. So one piece of information that I found interesting was how Thales Alenia Space, in addition to providing the satellites, also goes on site and works with KT-SAT's on-site engineering team. They provide training and support, and they also effectively provide operational assistance throughout the satellite's operational journey. So when I was thinking about that aspect and how there are individuals from Thales Alenia Space that go on site to KT-SAT and work with their on-site engineering team, a sort of security or potential security issue came about as a potential security implication. So there's a potential scenario there for insider knowledge with respect to someone already working at Thales Alenia Space. They know how the satellites work, obviously, and then they also work with the other company's on-site engineering team. So from that perspective, there's an individual from Thales Alenia Space that could theoretically use their broad, vast knowledge as a way to become an adversary and use that to become an adversary against KT-SAT. And then also I noticed in the article, they're not utilizing software-defined payloads. The satellites they're using for this specific topic and article and supplying KT-SAT with are classic GEO satellites, so without this software-defined payload. So with respect to security issues or potential security issues, a question that I was thinking about is there an issue with not using modern software-defined radios if there's a scenario where the rest of the space system architecture is modernized with software? Does that create a sort of imbalance concerning the overall strength of the space system as a whole? Does that create a sort of possibility where it makes it easier for an adversary to target the space system because one component of the overarching space system is not modernized with software? It uses a rather old school or sort of classic type of satellite without the modern type software defined payload feature. So is that a problem for security? That's a secondary security implication I was thinking about. But the first security implication or potential one I was thinking about is this aspect of where an insider theoretically could become an adversary because of the large amount of knowledge that he or she has from working at the company and also working with the company they're supplying these satellites to, working with their engineering team.